This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Okwade, and this is Africa Now. 11 newborn babies have died in a hospital fire in the western city of Tivaouane in Senegal, President Macky Sall has said. Initial reports suggest the fire in the maternity department was caused by a short circuit, according to Senegalese politicians. 3 babies were saved from the fire, the city's mayor said. Sall, who is in Geneva for the World Health Assembly, said he will cut short the trip and return to Senegal immediately. South African police say they are on high alert following an incident in which 3 men accused of being drug dealers were burnt alive inside a house by a mob. The victims allegedly stabbed and injured some of the attackers while attempting to escape, but they were forced back to the house before it was eventually set alight, the police said. No one has been arrested so far over the matter. Now to security. Russia's expanding influence and activity in Africa pose a worrying threat to the security of NATO countries, along with its invasion of Ukraine, and must be addressed by the military alliance, the Spanish and British defense ministers have said. At a joint conference on Wednesday in Madrid, Spain's Margarita Robles said the expansion of operations by the Russian state and Russian private security companies such as the Wagner Group was very clear and accused them of fomenting organized crime and terrorism. The United Kingdom's Ben Wallace in Madrid said rising instability coupled with hunger in Africa could significantly affect Europe. Deadly clashes have broken out between gold miners in North Chad, the interim government said on Wednesday, as a local rebel group's unconfirmed report of at least 200 fatalities in the area circulated on social media. The violence broke out at an informal gold mining site in the mountainous Kori Bogodi district near the border with Libya, where the army has been fighting rebel groups for over a decade. A government mission has been dispatched to assess the situation and restore calm, the government said in a statement, adding that human lives were lost and several people were injured but giving no numbers. Now more than 80,000 people displaced by clashes in Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo are in urgent need of food, the UN said. This is as fighters from the M23 rebel group advanced in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo on Wednesday and were locked in heavy fighting with the army outside the region's largest military base. Humanitarian agencies fear the worst for the refugees if the hostilities continue. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching Africa Now. Business and more stories coming your way after the break. So stay tuned. Welcome back in business. Africa risks sliding into stagflation, which is a cycle of slow growth and high inflation, as it battles the lingering effects of the pandemic and the rise in fuel and food prices caused by the Ukraine conflict, the African Development Bank said on Wednesday. Despite experiencing relatively low debt rates compared to more developed regions, Africa was dealt a heavy economic blow by the COVID-19 pandemic. The African Development Bank estimates that around 30 million Africans were pushed into extreme poverty and 22 million lost their jobs last year alone as a result of the pandemic. A veteran Ugandan opposition figure was charged on Wednesday with inciting violence after he was arrested a day earlier addressing a protest against skyrocketing consuming prices. Kizza Besigye has been calling for tax cuts to offset inflation, but President Yoweri Museveni has refused relief, blaming high prices on war in Ukraine and the COVID-19 pandemic. Besigye was offered release on bail for a cash payment of 30 million shillings, but his lawyer said he remained in custody as he was not prepared to pay such a steep figure. Workers in Chad have begun an indefinite strike to demand the release of 6 opposition leaders arrested during an anti-French march earlier this month. It will affect both public and private sectors, with minimal services being offered in hospitals, a federation of the country's trade union said. The Wakit Tama coalition, which in Arabic means Time's Up, has been calling for a boycott of products from France because of the former colonial power's support for the junta led by Debisson. Union officials said the 6 who are due to go on trial next month are now on hunger strike. And in politics, Tunisian President Kais Saied issued on Wednesday a decree to call voters to a referendum on the new constitution on July 25, the official gazette said, ignoring the opposition's calls to reverse the controversial move. Saied last week named law professor Sadok Belaid to head an advisory committee that included law and political science deans to draft a new constitution for a new republic, excluding political parties from restructuring the political system. The polls will start at 0600 to 2200 local time. And now to health. South African disease experts have said that they did not see a need for a mass vaccination campaign against monkeypox or believe that cases will explode in the same way as COVID-19. The African continent has not recently recorded any confirmed or suspected cases of monkeypox, a usually mild viral infection that is endemic in parts of West and Central Africa. But its health authorities are vigilant after more than 200 suspected and confirmed cases of the virus have been detected in at least 19 countries, including. And that is it on Africa Now. For more updates, visit our website at www.TOSTVNetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Okwade. Thanks for watching.